Okay, so I am Ravia from IELTS Doctor. Today we have arranged this general speaking class for the IELTS test. Are we all ready? Okay, let's move on to the next topic, which is task 3, the last task. We can start with you.
Sure.
Okay. Tell me about the type of books you like, the genres you like.
Well, I read a myriad types of books, but my favorite genre that I prefer would be like thrillers, like psychological thrillers, or like autobiography, like serial killer documentary. That type of books really intrigues me.
Do you have a specific favorite book?
Yes, I do. I love the Maze Runner trilogy that happened by James Dashner. He's a prolific writer. I'm a big fan of his work. I also loved Hidden Bodies and You by Shirlene Kepler.
Okay, is there any specific book that was converted into a series or a movie recently?
Well, nowadays every book is converting into a movie adaptation or a show. I think, as I said before, this was a novel, and now it has turned into a show. I've read the books and I've read the shows. Even, to be honest, there was so much difference between two of them that it contrasted so much, and I think this is the first time I'm saying it, the show was better than the book.
Why do you think that?
I think mainly because the focus it had in itself, the character they portrayed. In the book the whole show was being from Joe's perspective, and now in the show we get to see Love's perspective, what she thinks of Joe and how did she became the creature or like the psychologically defected person that she is today, even though she's saying she's doing all that to protect 40, but I beg to differ.
Okay, so do you think it's very popular in your country that people reading books?
Well, not so often, because even now people still prefers to go to the movies or watch shows at home, because reading a book is quite intimate experience. You're doing it just by yourself and your free time whenever you're done from your work. But the thing about movies is you're taking some of your friends to go with you, so you get to see different points of views, and even though most of the time they like the system, or like when you're gathering with your friends and you're watching a movie and the scenes comes out and one of them screams, it's just a fun itself. It's what they prefer.
Okay. Do you often go to bookstores?
Yes, I do. I once a week I go to Unimart or Bengal Boy, which is close to my house. But most often I go to Unimart. It's got wide range of collections there than Bengal Boy.
Do you think it's important for people to read books physically or through ebooks?
I personally prefer physically, because even though you're reading an ebook, I don't think you get the same feel, the vibe. Like when you're holding a book, you are like getting lost into your own imagination as well. The book takes you to your own never-ending imagined land. You get to see the character from your own perspective rather than reading a book on your phone.
Okay. Do you think that movies give you a wide or a vast imagination compared to books?
Well, I guess it varies to person, because most of the time I've seen the movies can't do justice to the novel's level, because it has the certain elements in it. Whenever a novel is being created, there has so many things the writer thinks before putting it, and when a scriptwriter translates or converts it, he can't quite make all the stuff according to the novel itself, so it might lack something, suppose a character development or something like that.
Do you think books can make you emotional easily?
Well, it does sometimes if I'm hooked to it, if I'm really enjoying the things that I'm reading. Most of the times the best part about book is I can just get my imagination running as well. But in the movies I just have to sit there and watch whatever they are showing it to me. But in my books, if I don't like it, I might change it in my mind, which I do personally. Okay. I don't know if any others do that or not.
Okay. Speaking of which, do you think that a lot of people think that books can be waste of money, waste of time? Do you believe in that?
No, I don't. I absolutely don't. I've been reading books since I was 12. I think that was one of the best investment I have ever done, because books can be your friend if you just have a wide range, just expand your mind, be more accepting, and don't always think that a show or a movie is gonna be better or just gonna be your the charming effect that you're seeking for. Books has its own range of charm and effect if you just have the audacity to look.
Okay. Some people believe that book can be very personal and they hesitate to lend it to others. Do you think that should be the trend?
I don't think that not sharing something should become a trend in particular, because when you're suppose I lend books to my friends all the time. Whenever they ask, I'm glad when they ask for it, because oh my god, somebody to talk to about books that I just read. But I think most of the time people don't try to lend some of it because they think they're not gonna take care of it. I think a lot of times you always have those types of friends who's gonna take a book, not gonna see its face for a month, and it's just gonna end up on the shelf. You don't want that.
Yeah.
At least I don't want that.
Okay, do you think it's important to lead the youngsters or the new generation towards reading book habit?
Yes, I think the parents should take this initiative that to make your children more prioritized towards books and novels rather than tablets or technological devices.
Why do you think it should be the parents' job, not the teachers in the school?
Because your first school starts from your house. Your mom and dad are the first teacher and the best teachers you can ever ask for. They don't do it because they're getting paid for it. They do it because they love you and they think you should have a good habit, that it doesn't necessarily have to be something to benefit you for. Just give your children a book, read to the story, a bedtime story like my mom used to do, and it will create an effect. It will.
Tell me about the last book you've read that made you cry.
Can I be honest? To be honest, books don't really make me cry as often now, even though I did got quite emotional reading The Fault in Our Stars. Sounds cliche, but I wasn't expecting August to die pretty soon, I guess, because he literally changed her life, the protagonist's life, and
Hazel.
then Hazel, I'm so sorry, I can't remember her name, Hazel's life, and then out of the blue I got a call. Hazel gets a call and she's like, he's no more. It did hurt, it did hit me, because I think it hit me, and also it's John Green. He will have a detrimental effect. He loves those sad sob stories, so I was just expecting it. I was expecting Hazel to pass away rather than August.
Alright, that's the end of the session. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
আপনি কি ইংরেজিতে খুবই দুর্বল? আপনি কি ভাবছেন আপনার পক্ষে IELTS এ ভালো স্কোর পাওয়া সম্ভব নয়? একমাত্র IELTS ডক্টরই আপনাকে IELTS এ আপনার কাঙ্ক্ষিত স্কোরের গ্যারান্টি দিচ্ছে। ইংরেজিতে আপনার লেভেল যাই হোক না কেন, আমরা আপনাকে IELTS এ একটি ভালো স্কোরের নিশ্চয়তা দিচ্ছি। বিস্তারিত জানতে এবং ফ্রি ক্লাসে অংশগ্রহণ করতে যোগাযোগ করুন IELTS ডক্টর, হটলাইন 01684 095 988।